It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day, and guess what? It's Walkabout Wednesday. Feels really good to say that. Now, the garden isn't completely done, and Hannah is kind of in an awkward place on her installation prior to tomorrow's grand reveal, so she wanted me to hold off filming there until tomorrow when she can really show it off in all its glory. So I've been working since literal daylight out here, and my goal is to be done by the end of business on Friday. So lots to show you, lots to talk about. Okay, no changes in here that I can think of or see. I'm starting to work out my top dressing in my perimeter beds. This is chamois beige 3/8, and I love it. I love the grittiness of it. I love that it has beige, tan, and black rock, and it contrasts really well with my various different types of black and burgundy rocks. I was counting today, and I've got, well, I stopped counting at 12 different kinds of rock in this garden, all from KRC. Just, oh my gosh, so fun. Okay, so yes, I've got the chamois beige going in the perimeter beds here. I filled my pot rock with some fiberglass. And I know what you're thinking. Well, how is that fiberglass going to stay put? It's just a small garden, and I love to putter. So if it gets a little, run-amucky, I will just come out here and put it all back. I'm fine with that. I painted the old fireplace screen. This was red from the other house. I painted it the same color as my Adirondack chairs, the blue. Not looking to do Alice in Wonderland in this garden. I want it to be a little more stylized. So, excuse me, here, what? Oh gosh, we walked right by the Krusty Krab and Squidward and SpongeBob. Greg ordered all of these really cute little SpongeBob SquarePants things for the kids to play with when they come over. And so far, Hannah, Alex, and Colin have had more fun playing with those than you can even imagine. So, yeah, that's too much. I ordered pillows and pillow covers off of Amazon for some of my furniture, and the egg chair. Here we go. Super comfy. I just keep watching the sun every day, and when it passes over and this is in shade, I take a break. Over here against the hedge, I threw down some decomposed granite, and then I just sprinkled some chamois beige on top of it. This is going to need to be, trimmed and snipped and clipped, and I just didn't want to get too fussy underneath the hedge. I did try to soften it up by staging a few rocks and one mammillaria in that pot. But yeah, so I'm happy with that. This little vignette here, Greg dug the stumps out for me yesterday morning. This was, of course, one of those little square hedges. And I am so happy with the way this little vignette came together. And I know the sun is beating on it right now, but that little pot that has the butthole cactus in it, that came from my mom's backyard. And I remember that pot for as long as I can remember. It's old. It's really old and really interesting. So, yeah, and then I just took a piece of flagstone and stood it up. Yeah, just super happy with that little vignette. Just really, really happy with it. Got a few of my little potted things staged. I'm still looking to get some, some bottom and back cushions for the Adirondack. But I just wanted to put the cute little pillows out just for funsies. Then here, oh my gosh, the sun. Woo! Got this done too. Check out the new Aeonium Sunburst Crest gifted to me by my neighbor next door. Mitra, thank you so much for being so generous. That is stunning. Love, love, love that. And I moved my pots from, these are, you know, my pillar pots from Chula Vista in the courtyard. I got one here and one, gosh, where's the other one, Greg? Oh, it's over on the table, right. But yeah, so I'm in the shot here because the shadows. But yeah, so in this bed, I, you know, mounded, threw in some lava boulders. I even went and grabbed some of the ugly, I was talking about how ugly these rocks were out front, and they don't look ugly back here. I like them. It's just cool contrast. So I've, as always, running out of rocks. But yeah, this lemon tree pot is on some concrete pavers. So I just threw chamois beige on top of that, some pot rock on top of it. And then I had so much fun just, you know, doing that Jackson Pollocky thing where I just took, you know, some basalt chips and some honey quartz and some black lava 3/8 and just kind of slung it around. Gosh darn it, that was really, really fun. Oh, and look at my little agave here in my Susan Ock pot. Isn't that perfect? Just absolutely perfect. So vibey with this whole coral reef vibe that we've got going. And then in the lemon tree pot, I threw in some chamois beige and some of the honey quartz. There's a little bit of sedum in that pot because it just dies and comes back every year. I don't have the heart to rip it out. But I am going to try to be a little more of a purist with that and not underplant the lemon tree in the hopes that it does better for me. And the grapefruit lives, people. Your pleas have been heard, but she is on borrowed time, and she is definitely better get her act together here pretty quick because this is a hot mess. I mean, the grapefruits, this is an Ora Blanco grapefruit and beautiful, wonderful, delicious fruit. And I really did upset her by taking her out of that box that she was in and throwing her in this pot. Remember in my other garden in Chula Vista, these ghosties, you know, were just like spilling out, and it was just so stunning. So I really want to give this pot a chance. And I love the idea of having the citrus corner right here. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to give her a chance. Moved the agave in that distressed pot over here into my xeriscape area. Greg worked on his fountain today. He actually elevated it. It was sunk a little too low, adjusted the flow of the water, sealed the spout, and I think we're ready to top dress that, aren't we?
Yeah, still have to take the viewer's suggestion about painting the top.
Oh yeah, Greg liked the idea of spray painting that yellow lid black. That's a really, really good idea to help kind of conceal that. This is still something of a work in progress over here. You know, I was really inspired by Greg's flagstone fountain, so I'm playing with staging some broken flagstone pieces in here and working out my cactus, and I'm gonna put some Petalanthus bracteatus in this blue pot. I'm completely tapped, so no more buying anything. My dearly beloved Blonde Terry is going to bring me some bracteatus cuttings tomorrow, and they might look a little scrubby since they are cuttings, but we're gonna see how it goes. I think that will be a beautiful screen against the air conditioner, and I don't have it anywhere else in the garden. One of you suggested the bougainvillea pot right here, and that was a great idea. But remember, that is right outside my kitchen window. So it's already been pressed into service. You can't really see what's going on here because all of our crap is over here. I'm working on, you know, top dressing and whatnot. But I've got my little table set up here with some of my collectible plants. And it was kind of just temporary, but I'm actually not hating that look at all. So I may just continue with that. Oh, and then over here, I threw down some black 3/8 lava rock, so that it was a lot of La Paz. So I broke it up with a little bit of 3/8, added some of the little Oro Verde jade chips, and I staged this little cactus or little euphorbia in my pot rock over here, and loving the look of that. That's new. And then in here, I did pop in some more 1 gallons in places to kind of flesh it out a bit. And we have had a formal second casualty, the Calisto cactus grusonii. I can't with this, guys. It got structurally damaged in the move. I didn't realize it was so fragile. And yeah, it's bad. So I took a couple of really nice cuttings, and I've got one in a pot down there, and I've got one in the cactus garden over by the house. It's a flopping phallus, and very, very sad. What I'm going to do is take this out of here, and I will use the pieces that are intact, and, then I think a Myrtillo cactus crest will be going in this pot. Hannah's client, Susan, has offered me a cutting of one of her gorgeous Myrtillo cactus. Oh my God, I know, I was dropping so many hints. I wanted it bad because, like I said, I'm tapped. I don't have any more money to spend, and I need one in this garden. So bless you, Susan. Thank you so much for being so gracious. Phallus is looking great. Oh, and right here, we've been back and forth. We're going to stage pots. We're going to do a putting green. We're going to do a beach. Well, we're all over the place with it. And I think we have decided that we are going to try the beach. We're going to bring in play sand, and we're going to stage fun things in here for the kids to play with. And, we're going to give it a whirl. And if it doesn't work, if the neighborhood wildlife decides to use it as a toilet. Oh God, there are monarchs everywhere too. It's fabulous. Yeah, Bentley's, okay, I'm digressing. Laura, focus. If we get torrential rains and the sand ends up, in the living room, or there's, we'll change it. It's not a big deal. This is not that big of a space, but we're really excited to try the beach. So I thought I would hit some thrift stores and see if I could find some fun, salvage items that one might find washed up on a beach, which literally could be anything. And I could go a lot of different directions with this, and it'll be interesting to see what I end up doing. Then the beautiful whale rib can be moved down into the beach area, and I think we will all be a lot happier with it, on the sand. So that will be great. Greg is working on getting the furniture assembled. This is the little, I told you that it was more expensive to buy new cushions for our old furniture than it was to buy new furniture. And this stuff, it's not exactly high end, but I think that it's going to serve the purpose. And this isn't all. I mean, we've got a couch, a love seat, a table. We're going to get our umbrellas, and we'll be able to have 1, 2, 3, 4 seating vignettes in this garden, which is awesome. So I'm really excited too to stage my Pilo on the patio. I don't want to overstage the patio because there is so much going on all around it. So we'll see if I'm able to stick to my guns on that. But yeah, it'll be grand reveal time before you know it. But thanks so much for following along on the journey. Thanks for subscribing, for sharing these videos with your friends. Also, we are filling up our dance card for fall. We took some time off so that I could have fun and do this. but it's time to get back to work. So be looking for some announcements of some upcoming projects in the very near future. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with Walkabout Wednesday, the very first one in Vista, and your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.